Make a woman obsessed with you using these 7 forbidden nicknames, Old Stoic wisdom. The subtle art of making her think about you long after you've left. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. Zrania David V. Scott. Welcome back, gentlemen. Today, we're exploring a topic that can truly transform the way you connect with women. It's not about being the loudest, most impressive guy in the room. It's about knowing how to strike the right emotional chords, so she finds herself thinking about you long after you've gone. In this video, I'll reveal as powerful yet forbidden nicknames, words that, when used strategically and with the right tone, can leave a lasting impact. These aren't your typical cliché pet names or empty flattery. We're talking about psychological tools, subtle, playful, and deeply effective, that tap directly into a woman's emotional core, igniting curiosity, connection, and attraction. Each of these nicknames has a unique purpose. They're designed to spark intrigue, create private moments of shared meaning, establish a sense of emotional identity, and reinforce the attraction that makes her see you as the man who truly gets her. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to wield these words with intention and respect, creating conversations that go beyond surface-level compliments and instead leave a lasting emotional impression. Stay tuned, because once you master the art of speaking to a woman's emotional intelligence, your connections will become deeper and far more impactful. Let's dive in. Number 1. Trouble in the dance of attraction. Attraction is a delicate, subtle dance, and few words hold more power in that intricate choreography than the seemingly simple word trouble. At first glance, it might seem playful, harmless even, but when wielded with precision, timing, and the right touch, it becomes a game-changer in emotional dynamics. Imagine this. A man locks eyes with a woman, a sly grin on his face, and with a hint of mischief in his voice, he says, "You're trouble." Now, this isn't just a tease. It's an invitation to a deeper, more playful polarity, and it's the genius of that phrase that truly captivates. You're not just complimenting her on her beauty or sexiness, words she's heard 1,000,000 times and likely brushed off. No, you're calling her something more, an intriguing disruption in your world, someone who doesn't just follow the rules of attraction, but bends them, shakes them, and turns them into something thrillingly unpredictable. This is where the power of the word lies. It's a clever twist on her identity. She is no longer simply an object of desire. She's a catalyst for emotional upheaval, a whirlwind of delightful chaos in your otherwise steady life. That's the kind of person a man with an iron mind can appreciate, for it's a spark of unpredictability that aligns with the Stoic principle of emotional mastery. You don't just react, you remain composed, yet still acknowledge the effects she has on you. It's vulnerability, not weakness. It's about showing that she moves you, but you won't be easily moved. This delicate balance between emotional intrigue and stoic control is exactly where lasting attraction thrives. It's magnetic because it doesn't demand anything from her. It simply invites her to join in the emotional dance. Let's be clear. Attraction doesn't grow from surface-level compliments or from the constant dance of chemistry. It's about how someone makes you feel in their presence. A woman who feels playful, daring, and alive when she's with you will want to experience that sensation again and again. It's not just about telling her she's beautiful or sexy. She's heard that. It's about creating a moment of emotional resonance, a playful exchange that leaves her feeling seen, recognized, and, yes, a little bit dangerous. This is where Old Stoic wisdom comes into play, showing her that you are not just another man trying to flatter her into submission. You are a man who knows the balance of strength and vulnerability, a man with control over his emotions, grounded in the Stoic principles that guide his every move. The beauty of calling her trouble lies in its simplicity and its depth. It's not a gimmick or a tactic. It's a declaration, a subtle reflection of her boldness, her strength, and the power she exudes. But beware, it must be authentic. It should be used in those rare moments when her energy catches you off guard, when her eyes flash with an unexpected fire, or when she says something that surprises you. Only then will it resonate as genuine, not forced. Overuse it, and it loses its magic. Underuse it, and she may never fully grasp the weight of the compliment. Used correctly, however, it becomes your signature move. That single word, trouble, when delivered with the right mix of humour and sincerity, becomes a marker of emotional honesty that will echo in her mind long after the conversation has ended. Women don't respond to the typical overdone flattery that's everywhere in modern dating. They crave something deeper, something lighter but magnetic, playful but profound. And when you deliver it right, when you capture that precise moment of emotional alchemy, trouble becomes more than just a word. It becomes an experience, one that she'll replay in her mind, not for the compliment itself, but for how it made her feel, like someone worth disrupting your world for, even just for a moment. It's a reminder that attraction isn't about playing by the rules, it's about bending them. It's about using the Stoic principles of control and calm to embrace the chaos she brings into your life. It's about maintaining that iron mind, yet letting her see the spark she ignites within you, and that's what keeps her coming back. Number 2, Heartbreaker. There's an undeniable power in calling a woman Heartbreaker. On the surface, it may seem like a simple compliment, a recognition of her beauty, charm, and grace. Yet beneath the surface, it holds a deeper significance, one that can create a profound emotional impact. It's not just about acknowledging her allure, it's about playing with a balance of admiration and detachment. And this is where the magic happens. The Heartbreaker, a hidden layer of meaning. When you call her a heartbreaker, you're not simply saying she's beautiful or attractive. No, you're acknowledging something more complex, her quiet power and the undeniable effect she has on those around her. It's a way of telling her that you see her, truly see her, for both the effect she has on others and the pattern she moves in. It's the kind of compliment that gets under her skin in the best way possible because it taps into her sense of mystery. However, it's not just the words themselves that have the impact. It's the way you deliver them. Saying heartbreaker with a relaxed tone and a knowing smile signals something far deeper. It communicates, I see your effect, but I'm not here to chase it. This is the essence of Stoic rules in action. You admire her, but you don't worship her. You don't fall victim to emotional dependence. You stand your ground, and that's incredibly rare. Most men either go too far with flattery or retreat into cold indifference. But you strike the perfect balance, respecting her while keeping your own emotional power intact. In many ways, this mirrors practical Stoicism at its finest. It's not about dismissing emotions or pretending not to care. It's about choosing your emotional responses, not letting them control you. And that's a powerful thing to show, especially when most women are used to being admired or desired, but seldom truly seen for their power, their patterns, and the game they often play. The paradox that draws her in. What makes Heartbreaker work isn't that it flatters her. It's the paradox it creates. It's a subtle acknowledgement of the power she holds, but it also hints that you are not going to fall into the trap of trying to win her approval. You're not competing with the other men who've been captivated by her beauty and charm. You're standing apart from that. You see the game. You're not interested in playing it, and that's exactly what draws her in. Remember, the essence of the paths of wisdom lies in understanding the balance between admiration and independence. Too many men go overboard, trying to impress her with endless praise. Others retreat into emotional walls, pretending they don't care. But by calling her Heartbreaker, you take a different route. You show that you understand her allure, but you don't fall for it. You're choosing to remain grounded, emotionally steady, and unaffected by the chaos of her beauty. The power of calm detachment. The key to making Heartbreaker work is calm detachment. It's about saying the words with an air of confidence, not fear, and definitely not sarcasm. Sarcasm feels defensive, fear feels weak. But calm detachment, that feels like emotional strength. It's not that you don't care about her beauty, It's that you care about your own emotional sovereignty more. And that's what truly stands out. When you speak this way, when you show that you are unaffected by her charm, yet still notice it, you create emotional contrast. She feels admired, but not idolized. She senses your awareness of her power, but she also senses your independence from it. And that's an incredibly rare thing to encounter. It signals emotional intelligence at its best. You're not swayed by her allure. Instead, you remain a steady, grounded force in her presence. In a world where most men either fawn over women or retreat into silence, you stand as the rare exception. You're someone who can see her beauty without losing yourself in it, and this alone makes you magnetic. Women are drawn to that kind of strength, especially when they're used to being surrounded by men who are either desperate to impress or emotionally unavailable. You become the one man who's not playing the same old game. The soft mirror. Creating curiosity. Another powerful effect of calling a woman a heartbreaker is that it becomes a mirror. It reflects back to her how you perceive her, but without judgment. It's a soft mirror that lets her see herself, not just through her own eyes, but through yours. This is a rare gift, especially if she's used to receiving shallow compliments or superficial attention. By calling her a heartbreaker, you don't just flatter her, you reveal a deeper, more thoughtful way of seeing her. This mirror effect is what sparks curiosity. She begins to wonder, why doesn't this man seem fazed by me? Why does he notice my patterns without falling for them? And that, my friend, is where the real magic begins. Curiosity is the precursor to interest. She starts to wonder about you because you've shown a side of yourself that most men never do. One that's grounded, emotionally intelligent, and not easily swayed. In the end, the Heartbreaker nickname works because it taps into deep emotional wisdom. It's not about trying harder, but about staying grounded. It's about being aware of the game without letting it control you. That's the secret, and it's rooted in the timeless Stoic rules that guide us to remain true to ourselves no matter what the world throws at us. And that's where interest, attraction, and a deep connection begin. Not by chasing, but by standing firm. Number 3, my favourite headache. Sometimes the most powerful forms of connection are hidden in contradiction. My favourite headache is one of those rare phrases that disarms and engages at the same time. It doesn't just say, "you annoy me," or "you matter." It says both. And that emotional contradiction pulls her closer, not away. When a man uses this phrase during a teasing exchange or a playful argument, he's doing more than joking. He's acknowledging that she gets under his skin in a very particular way, one that he wouldn't trade. The word headache creates tension. It says she's frustrating, maybe even unpredictable, but favourite softens that tension instantly. It turns irritation into affection, challenge into intimacy. Instead of reacting with frustration, he transforms the moment into a private game. Women respond to this kind of emotional push-pull dynamic because it mirrors how attraction actually works. Love isn't born out of constant smoothness. It's born from friction handled with play. A phrase like this teases her while validating her. It tells her she has impact enough to disrupt your inner peace, but that impact is welcome. That makes her feel emotionally significant without making her feel responsible for your reactions. And deeper than that, this kind of phrasing activates what psychologists call the intermittent reward loop. When you mix positive and challenging emotions, when she never fully knows whether she's frustrating you or charming you, you create emotional texture. That texture is addictive in the best way. It keeps her curious. It keeps her invested. Think about it. If you always compliment her, it gets dull. If you always criticize her, it becomes toxic. But when you combine both in a light, emotionally intelligent way, like calling her my favourite headache, you speak directly to the part of her that wants to be both noticed and playfully challenged. Of course, delivery matters. This isn't a phrase to be tossed out in serious arguments or when emotions are raw. It belongs in those moments when she's playfully testing your patience, when you're sparring verbally and she knows she's pushing buttons just to see your reaction. That's when it lands best, because she knows it's not just about her being annoying, it's about her being your kind of annoying. That ownership matters. My favourite headache tells her she's in a category of one. It's not just that she's difficult, it's that she's difficult in a way you find irresistible. And that balance of honesty and warmth is rare. Most men either suppress their reactions or overreact. Very few know how to acknowledge emotional disruption while still making it feel safe and wanted. When you master this energy, calm but not indifferent, teasing but not cruel, you shift the way she sees you. You become the man who can hold complexity without crumbling, the one who can be annoyed and affectionate at the same time. And that emotional maturity creates not just attraction, but trust. So the next time she rolls her eyes, gives you that sharp comeback, or does something that makes you want to shake your head and laugh, lean in and say it, "You really are my favourite headache." Then smile and say nothing else. Let the tension hang. Let her feel the contradiction, because in that moment, she's not just like she's emotionally alive in your presence, and that's a feeling she'll want to return to again and again. If you found this valuable, hit the like button, drop a comment below, and share this with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful insights. Comment to remember, I am emotionally mature and irresistible. This statement captures the essence of mastering emotional complexity and showing affection through playful challenge, just like the power of the phrase, my favourite headache. Number 4. Wild card. Don't underestimate the power of calling a woman a wild card. When you look at her with a knowing half smile and utter those words, you're not merely teasing. No, you're creating a moment that will resonate far beyond the surface level. You're labelling an energy she brings into your life, something unpredictable, exciting, and alive. It's more than a compliment on her appearance or a hollow flattery. You're highlighting something deep and rare. This isn't about the way she looks. It's about the way she disrupts the mundane, the way she can catch you off guard in the best possible way. When you call her a wild card, you're acknowledging that she doesn't fit into the mould. She's more than what the eyes can see. You're revealing that the unexpected is part of what makes her magnetic. In a world full of superficial praise, a woman's emotional depth often gets overlooked. When you tell her she's a wild card, you're not just giving her a new title, you're recognizing her unpredictability and telling her it's something you admire. She starts to feel more than just another pretty face. She becomes a force, an unpredictable spark in your life. That's the power of the Old Stoic wisdom. It teaches you to observe, not just act, and to understand the deeper layers of people. Just like the Stoic principles advocate for the importance of self-awareness and emotional intelligence, you recognize that it's the depth of her emotional spontaneity that makes her irresistible. You don't want to tame her. You're intrigued by her unpredictability. The wildcard label sticks because it goes beyond the surface and touches something primal. Once you've planted that seed, you'll notice her shifting. She'll start leaning into this new identity you've given her, whether she realizes it or not. The subtle psychology of this is pure genius. By giving her a title, a reflection of her essence, you're not just flattering her, you're reinforcing a sense of who she is. And when you recognize a woman's uniqueness like this, she doesn't just respond by conforming to it, she thrives in it. The idea of being a wild card becomes her new emotional identity, one she will want to live up to. It's like a mirror reflecting her best self, and she'll be drawn to it. That's the beauty of this approach. It isn't about imposing an identity on her. It's about recognizing the one she already possesses, yet rarely sees reflected back at her. There's something magnetic about giving a woman a label that isn't about her looks, but about her soul, her energy. She begins to crave that recognition, and as a result, she becomes more of what you're admiring. The psychological effect is significant. When you tell her you're a wild card, you're offering her a sense of emotional freedom that many other men would never dare to provide. You're not trying to control her or figure her out. You're simply enjoying the mystery she brings into your life without needing to analyze or tame it. And that's where the magic lies. The irony is that most men won't get this. They're too busy playing it safe, trying to impress with conventional compliments or seeking control. But you stand out because you trust in your own emotional strength, your iron mind, as the Stoics would say. You're secure enough to embrace the unknown parts of her and enjoy her unpredictability. The emotional energy between you becomes charged with meaning. It's a language only the two of you share, something unspoken yet understood. It's a connection that doesn't require words, but thrives in those shared moments where you show her how much you appreciate the edge she brings into your life. But don't make the mistake of using this line at the wrong time. Timing and tone are crucial. The phrase, "you're such a wild card," works best when her boldness catches you by surprise. Maybe she says something unexpected, cracks a witty comeback, or challenges you with a look that you didn't see coming. That's when you lean in just a little, give her that knowing smile, and drop the line. It's not just about the words. It's about the feeling behind them, the sense that you're acknowledging her spontaneity and telling her it's not just okay, but absolutely irresistible. Once she feels this, the dynamic between you shifts. She'll bring more of her bold, unpredictable side into the relationship, not to seek validation, but because you've created a space where it's exciting and safe to do so. You've now understood the power of wildcard and how it taps into something much deeper. You're not just calling her unpredictable, you're acknowledging her depth, her unpredictability, her ability to make life more interesting. And when you combine this with the old Stoic wisdom, self-awareness, emotional control, and trust in the unknown, you're not just becoming a man who captivates, but one who understands. Number 5. Muse. There are compliments, and then there are emotional imprints. The difference is monumental. Most men settle for the former, praising her smile, her style, her looks. While these compliments may feel nice in the moment, they often fade into the background of her memory. Why? Because they're common, predictable, and sometimes even transactional. But when you call a woman your muse, you take a whole different path. You shift the entire dynamic. You elevate her from a simple object of admiration to someone who matters, a deeply meaningful presence in your life. This is the emotional impact that few women ever receive from a man, yet they crave it deeply. A muse is not just a woman you admire or find attractive. She's someone who inspires you, who stirs your thoughts and emotions, who colours your perspective on life. She ignites your creativity, your sense of purpose, and makes your inner world feel more vibrant. When you say, "You're kind of my muse," what she hears beneath those words is, "You affect me in a way that no one else does." It's not about obsession or neediness. It's about recognition, acknowledgement, and profound respect. So why does this matter? Because when you acknowledge her influence over your life, you're offering her something far more powerful than surface-level compliments. You're offering her the gift of emotional depth, something that goes far beyond a fleeting comment about her beauty. She's not just attractive, she's influential. In that simple phrase, you're placing her at the emotional center of your inspiration, whether she's helping you think more clearly, sparking your creativity, or adding meaning to moments that once felt dull. This lands, and it sticks. For many women, emotional purpose is far more powerful than physical desire. She wants to feel that her presence in your life matters. She wants to know that she's not just someone you chase after, but someone who subtly or significantly improves you. When you tell her, "I think better when I'm around you," you're not just being romantic. You're being open. You're revealing how her influence transforms you. And when this vulnerability comes from a grounded, self-assured place, it draws her in. Psychological impact. Ego investment. Here's the twist. When you tell a woman that she makes you better, you activate a psychological phenomenon called ego investment. What does this mean? She begins to see herself as a part of your evolution. She starts to believe that her presence in your life plays a meaningful role in shaping the man you're becoming. This emotional connection, this role in your story, becomes a part of her identity. And this is the key to long-term emotional investment. When a woman believes she has a profound impact on your growth, loyalty follows. A woman will remain far more invested in a man who sees her as meaningful, not just desirable, but necessary for his personal development. But beware of inauthenticity. You cannot fake this. Forced sincerity is worse than silence. You can't use these words to impress. They must come when something has truly shifted within you, when her insight or perspective challenges your thinking, when her presence calms you in ways you didn't even know you needed, when spending time with her leaves you more clear-headed than hours spent alone. That's when it's real. That's when it lands. The moment of impact. When the moment is right, say it slowly. Don't rush it. Don't try to perform. Let it flow naturally, as if you've only just realized it too. Honestly, you're kind of my muse. This isn't a calculated compliment, it's a recognition. And it rewrites the emotional script between you. In that moment, you're no longer just another man seeking her attention. You become the man who's been transformed by her essence. You're acknowledging the subtle power she holds over your thoughts and feelings, without expecting anything in return. It's the kind of compliment that few men think to offer, the gift of emotional impact. That's what women remember. It's the man who doesn't just admire her beauty, but feels a genuine shift in himself when she's around. It's the man who connects her presence to his purpose, and that is the bond that endures, far stronger than any fleeting infatuation. What women truly want. At the heart of attraction lies something simple. It's not about chasing attention or memorizing clever lines. True attraction stems from creating a space where emotional connection can form naturally. The key to building deeper, more meaningful relationships doesn't lie in superficial charm. It lies in understanding the emotional language that speaks to the heart of a woman, the part of her that wants to feel seen, valued, and connected. These 5 forbidden nicknames, Trouble, Heartbreaker, My Favorite Headache, Wildcard, and Muse, are not magical words that control or manipulate. They are subtle emotional invitations, carefully chosen words that tap into a woman's sense of play, her mystery, her identity, and her significance. They make her feel something about herself that no superficial compliment could. When used with the right blend of calm, confidence, and genuine emotional presence, these nicknames make a woman feel truly seen, not just for her looks, but for the essence she brings into your life. Whether it's the teasing affection of Trouble, the mysterious charm of Heartbreaker, or the emotional depth of Muse, each nickname serves as an emotional anchor. It lingers in her mind long after the conversation ends, and that's how lasting attraction is built, not by chasing her or using rehearsed lines, but by creating a space for meaningful emotional connection. This isn't a mere game. It's about genuine emotional investment. It's about acknowledging how her presence has impacted you and inviting her to see the impact she's had. In a world of shallow compliments, offering the gift of emotional depth is rare, and that's what makes it so powerful. When a woman feels that you not only admire her, but truly understand her emotional significance, she becomes drawn to you in ways that go beyond physical attraction. And in the end, the man who understands this, who sees her not just as a prize to be won, but as a muse who inspires and influences him, will be the one she never forgets. So don't just admire her. Don't just chase her. Recognize her influence. Call her your muse. Let that emotional depth become the bond that keeps her coming back. This is the path of wisdom, practical stoicism applied to relationships. The Stoic rules teach us to embrace emotional authenticity, and this approach will transform your connections. You've already taken a powerful step by discovering this wisdom. Most men overlook the emotional depth that creates real connection. If you're ready to shift the way you approach relationships and make an unforgettable impact, comment below with, "I am ready to be the man who inspires desire. Let's keep this conversation going." 6. Enigma. When you call a woman Enigma, you're tapping into the very essence of what makes her captivating. It's not just a simple nickname. It's a profound recognition of the complexity she embodies. This isn't about her looks or superficial traits, but rather it's a celebration of her intellectual and emotional depth, By calling her Enigma, you're acknowledging that she is not a puzzle to be solved quickly, but rather a mystery that entices and intrigues you. The very word enigma suggests that there's a depth beyond what is immediately apparent, a complexity that cannot be understood in one brief encounter. You're not simply labeling her, you're recognizing that she has layers that invite exploration, but are never meant to be hurriedly uncovered. It's a recognition that there's far more to her than what meets the eye. She isn't a character you can immediately read, and that's exactly the point. There is no rush to figure her out because every moment spent in her presence reveals something new, something deeper. When you call a woman an enigma, you're not demanding that she explain herself or conform to any expectations, but instead, you're respecting her autonomy and unpredictability. She is not a riddle to be solved, but a living, breathing story that is unfolding in front of you, and you're willing to listen to it over time. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, taught us that we should learn to embrace what is beyond our control. In this case, the Enigma nickname acknowledges the mystery of life and love, offering a space where not everything needs to be revealed immediately. Life is often unpredictable and uncertain, and the willingness to accept this uncertainty is a reflection of wisdom. By calling her an enigma, you're demonstrating an openness to that mystery, letting go of the need to control everything, and instead savouring the process of discovery. You are acknowledging the beauty of what is hidden and choosing to respect it, rather than demanding it be unveiled at once. The woman who hears this isn't just someone you know, she becomes someone you deeply want to understand, and not just for what she's willing to show. You're offering her the gift of time and patience, a safe space where she doesn't feel pressured to fit into a defined box or mould. You're saying that you appreciate her for all of her layers, even the ones she hasn't revealed yet. This nickname, Enigma, subtly communicates that you're not rushing to have her expose every part of herself. You're content with the slow reveal, with the ongoing dance of connection and understanding. This approach also nurtures a deeper emotional connection. In a world that often values instant gratification, taking the time to explore someone's complexities builds a bond that is more enduring and profound. By allowing her to remain a mystery, at least for a while, you show that you respect her pace and are willing to meet her on her terms. This isn't about controlling the relationship, but about fostering an atmosphere of mutual respect and trust. It's a game of attraction, where patience is the ultimate reward. The mystery becomes a bridge to intimacy, not a barrier. In this process, you are embodying Stoic principles, recognizing what you can control, and more importantly, learning to master the art of patience. This patience isn't passive or detached. Rather, it's a mindful awareness that allows both of you to grow closer at a natural pace. It's a subtle yet powerful acknowledgement that love, like life, has its seasons, and not everything can be rushed or hurried. The mystery and depth of the enigma give you both space to explore the fullness of who she is, without the pressure of unveiling all aspects immediately. This kind of relationship is marked by emotional intelligence, where both partners understand the value of taking things slow and giving each other the time and freedom to be their full, unguarded selves. So, let her be the enigma, and watch as she slowly but surely draws closer to you. In her own time, she will begin to reveal more of the facets that make her unique, intriguing, and beautiful. She'll appreciate the fact that you've never tried to rush her or force her into a mould. She will see that you value her for who she is at her core, not just for what you might think you know. By choosing to let her remain an enigma, you embrace the kind of emotional wisdom and patience that the Stoics so highly valued. Just as the Stoics taught us to master our emotions and to respond to life's uncertainties with calm and thoughtfulness, you too will learn to appreciate the beauty of the unknown, and in doing so, deepen your connection with her. Number 7. Catalyst. Don't just call her beautiful, witty, or charming. Recognize her true power. A woman's presence in your life should be more than just an attraction. It should serve as a force that ignites change within you. By calling her your catalyst, you're not just giving her a compliment, You're acknowledging her incredible ability to spark transformation in your mindset, your actions, and your very direction. Old Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of growth, of evolving from one stage of life to the next, and this simple yet profound nickname captures that essence perfectly. A catalyst is someone who forces you to confront your own limitations and break free from them, pushing you to be better and do better. It's not about external beauty. It's about what she unlocks inside you. She isn't just a companion, she's a transformative force, a beacon that guides you toward becoming the best version of yourself. When you call her your catalyst, you're embracing Stoic principles of inner growth. The Stoic idea of cultivating an iron mind teaches us to master ourselves, to rise above the chaos of life and achieve clarity and purpose. By recognizing her as the one who sparks that growth, you're giving her an essential place in your journey. Her influence is woven into your personal evolution. It's more than a pet name. It's a recognition of her role in the shaping of who you are and the man you are becoming. Don't make the mistake of limiting her to just a superficial title. Show her that her influence goes deeper, much deeper. Let her know that her presence has changed you at the core. It's a recognition that her very being has transformed your life, giving it a sharper, more focused direction. Using catalyst as a nickname signifies that she is not just someone who adds color to your life, but someone who drives you to become stronger, smarter, more deliberate. This is where Old Stoic wisdom becomes a bridge between admiration and true connection. In the world of Stoicism, a clear mind, free from distractions and unnecessary desires, is the ultimate goal. She, as your catalyst, helps you reach that state. The transformation she brings is not just emotional, but intellectual and philosophical as well. Calling her a catalyst tells her that you don't just appreciate her company, you need it. You are becoming a better version of yourself because of her, and that realization adds depth to your relationship. It gives her a sense of pride, knowing that her influence on you is so profound, so necessary. This nickname is more than just about affection. It's about recognizing her role in helping you achieve mental and emotional clarity. It's about positioning her not just as a partner, but as a partner in growth. You are evolving, and so is your connection with her. She doesn't just stand by you, she propels you forward. This can't be understated. A catalyst is a powerful force. It has the power to transform, to shift, to turn the mundane into the extraordinary. So when you give her this title, make sure she understands the weight it carries. You must communicate that she is essential in your quest for greatness, that she is an active part of your journey to embrace your inner strength and conquer life with an iron mind. Don't shy away from showing her how much you value this. Let her know that without her, your path would be less clear, less focused. You have the potential to become the best version of yourself, and she is the force making that possible. These two powerful nicknames, Catalyst and others that tap into a woman's ability to push you toward growth, are tools that connect you on a deeper level. These aren't casual words thrown around. They are affirmations of her importance, her impact, and her value in your life. By calling her your catalyst, you're not just complimenting her, you're creating an emotional bond, one that acknowledges her transformative power and deepens your connection in a meaningful way. This isn't about superficial attraction. It's about recognizing a force in your life that drives you to become more than you ever thought possible. And when you embrace these Stoic principles, you build a relationship rooted in growth, strength, and purpose, something truly unshakable. You've already taken a powerful step by discovering this wisdom. Most men overlook the emotional depth that creates a real connection. If you're ready to shift the way you approach relationships and make an unforgettable impact, comment below with, "I am ready to be the man who inspires desire." Let's keep this conversation going. Thank you for sticking with me through today's deep dive into the 7 forbidden nicknames and the wisdom behind them. Now that you're armed with this understanding, you have a powerful tool to create deeper connections and leave lasting impressions. Remember, these nicknames aren't about manipulation. They're about emotional intelligence and real connection. When used authentically and with respect, these words help you tap into a woman's emotional core, making her feel seen, understood, and unique. Whether it's calling her trouble, heartbreaker, wildcard, or even muse, it's about creating that spark that lingers in her mind long after you part ways. Here's my sincere advice. Never underestimate the power of language. The right words, delivered with the right intention, can build bridges between people that go far beyond surface-level compliments. Be intentional, be authentic, and always respect the emotional space you share with others. Connection is built through understanding and empathy, not by playing games. If you found this video insightful, drop a comment below and share your thoughts, maybe even a nickname you've used or received that left a lasting impact. And if you're hungry for more content on building meaningful relationships, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Take care, stay genuine, and I'll see you in the next video.